There's a loot here.
Hey! Oh,
this.
I don't want to punch the loot.
Silly face mask.
Silly face mask!
That's perfect for you. You need to wear that.
I want to have a silly
so
face.
You.
Let's see how silly we can get. Oh, that's silly. Wow. So, Absolver from a small development studio SloClap came out yesterday on PC and PS4. A game I've been pretty excited about for roughly a year now, and I finally got to actually play it after not being able to enter the early beta sessions due to some unfortunate server issues. Absolver is something many people like to call a pseudo-fighting game, which basically means taking some basic gameplay elements from traditional fighting games and aiming the game towards a somewhat more competitive PvP audience, rather than trying to appeal to the casual gaming market. For reference, some more recent examples of games like these could be For Honor and Blade Symphony. At the point when I'm making this video, I have a bit over 6 hours with the game, so whatever I may say on this video is very much based on my first impressions of the game, so don't let my early opinions affect you too much at this point. I just want to let you know how I feel about the game so far. Firstly, I want to bring to the forefront the absolute best feature of Absolver, and that is the customizable moveset you can create for your character. While you travel through the world of Absolver, you meet NPCs and other players you can fight and learn their moves. These moves can be placed in your own combat deck. Instead of using multiple buttons for different attacks like in traditional fighting games, Absolver emphasizes on planning and building your own moveset, keeping the button game relatively simple. So when you learn these different moves, you can place them into different slots in your combat deck, and just by repeatedly hitting your main attack button, executes these moves in order. How this feature is fleshed out is that there's 4 different stances your character can be at, and for all of these 4 different stances, you can issue a different chain of attacks that come out when you attack. Attacks have different properties. Some are just basic attacks that come out fast, some attacks are slow but deal massive stamina damage through block, while some attacks can make you airborne or duck to avoid your opponent's attacks while dealing damage to them, and so on. There's also alternative attacks you can set for each stand, if you want to alter your attacks mid-chain or extend the attack chain. All the attacks also have a stance where they start from and a stance where they end to, and this brings an element to the game which makes planning your moveset and how different attacks chain into each other quite interesting. But for the sake of avoiding confusion, I'm not going to touch that in this first impressions video. On top of attacking, you can block, dodge into different directions and parry attacks. You can also feint attacks to confuse your opponent. The game also rewards you for appropriately timing your button presses between different attacks, so that's a neat way to avoid players from mashing. So how does all of this actually work? All I can honestly say at this point is that yes, it does have potential. Fights have tension, and what I've experienced so far, if there's an attack, there's a counter for it. It just boils down to picking your moments and learning the timings to counter what's thrown your way. I also need to raise my hat to whoever made the environments of the game, since there's plenty of beautiful sights in the small game world of Absolver, but unfortunately not everything about the game is pure gold. The implementation of stats and different gear with stats might cause some balance issues if the game is truly aiming for a competitive PvP scene, and in my opinion in a game like this, the stats could be completely scrapped and nothing would be lost. Armor and attire should also be purely cosmetic. The camera can go to shit in tight spaces, making it hard to see what's going on. At the moment the game is also mercilessly buggy, and during my first gameplay session I ran into multiple different bugs like falling through the game world, the game crashing on me, my character becoming entirely invincible even in PvP, boss not appearing to move on my screen so I got attacked by air, not being able to pick up loot from the ground, etc. The PvE experience of the game is also rather lackluster and serves more as a tutorial for the PvP in this game, which is fine since that's the way the game was marketed, but just be sure not to buy this game for the PvE experience alone or you will be disappointed. That ends my very first impressions about Absolver. I will be studying this game way more to see how I like it and hopefully share some more detailed opinions about it in the future. I will leave you now with my very first PvP experience I've had with the game, where I did a bit of sparring with LED. Obviously the fights here will be rather derpy, for the lack of a better word, but I wanted to show you at least some footage of how the PvP roughly looks like. Take care.
Ooh. Oh shit! Out of stam. Dark Souls 2.
Oh yeah, should watch my stamina a little bit more. Everything is so super confusing though. Hard to react to almost anything in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have that.
I hope it comes with the time.
It should. And,
Like usually I just throw something out there and hope it kinda dodges or lands perfectly.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
You need way more tracking moves.
Yeah, my deck is kind of just a hassle. It looks cool, but
Yeah,
it's a
a
hassle.
bit too many directional ones. Ow. Oh. Oh, slightly too early. The pair.
A parrot.
Oh, fuck. I see, and then I have that, and then here. Ah, yes. Nice dance.
Drunken dance.
Nice, I unlocked Mill Punch. Ah! Oh shit, too early. Oh, nice jump. that move has evasive properties, so it dodges direct, like straight attacks.
Nice. Ah, the startup is so slow with the super punch.
Yeah, you gotta be a bit careful with them. So what's my... yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get away from the wall. The camera is getting fucked in there.
Oh!
The most predictable yet unpredictable move.
No, I tried to use a move that go like dodges straight attacks, and you did move that doesn't or isn't straight. Move that's gay.
Oh god. Oh, but get out of here.
Oh, that doesn't track. Oh, that's not good.
I like the backwards, like the jump kick the drunken class have. That is actually really fucking good. This one.
Nah.
Because it has landed so many times already.
Yeah, it also evades really well.
Yeah. There's ton of frames, I think.
Oh, still evades that too. Damn. Oh fuck, too early. Oh. Ah.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
That I should be doing.
It has the iframes for sure.
Yeah. Should have should do that always after the, like, when you parry me. Should try to do this because you apparently can do it for some reason.
Well, we can test it. Do some slow move again. I'll try to parry.
Okay, I do the slow punch. I think it's over here. Oh, whoops.
Nope.
Oh, I didn't even do it. Forgot what I was doing even. Okay, let's try it again. No, you don't have time to do it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It would be way too powerful.
Yeah.
If that would be the only way to avoid parry.
need to be fast.
Yeah. Otherwise I have time to do it.
You have a bit too many of right and then left moves. Or, yeah, you don't have many lefts.
Yeah.
So
and I'm
pretty...
usually using the same string
same
as well,
string.
so...
Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2. Oh, fuck.
Ooh, I don't have stamina enter.
Definitely would like...
Ugh. Yeah, I gotta get some new moves.
Yeah, you gotta switch out your deck.